There could have been many ways to share this. But I feel like I feel more comfortable sharing it with you guys, with like my closest audience, and then probably never ever talk about it again. I'm gonna talk about a topic that is very, very personal, and I hope you guys will understand. I'm actually secretly married to Brad Pitt. I said it. Who's Brad Pitt? I'm kidding, I'm not married. I'm actually very much single, and that's the topic today. When I started my YouTube channel, I was actually in a relationship, which I kept very much private. I had been in a relationship for 6.5 years. When I started YouTube, this was a very, very long, a very and toxic relationship. When I started my channel, you guys can only imagine how big of a change it is to work suddenly, like kind of in a public setting. 6 years is long for a young person. Yes, this relationship started when I was 18 years old. But yeah, it was a very, very draining relationship for both of us. I'm not gonna like talk smack, even though but I'm not here to like bash on anyone. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know, because you've probably seen that it's been a bit hard for me to like do my job. Because yeah, after I started my channel, you can imagine in a toxic relationship how that can be perceived. It wasn't perceived very well, and basically I got dumped twice. Okay, and it was very hard. When you're in a toxic relationship, or a relationship that's like controlling and bad, it strips you away from all of your social life. So had this huge change in like my work life, and at the same time I had to let go of everything that I knew that was familiar to me. Therefore the move as well. Guy or a girl? It was a guy. The reason that I feel comfortable talking about this on stream is because this person was not interested at all in what I do. Not a person who would come to my stream, not like... didn't care at all. So this is a safe place to share this. And I feel like I owed you guys an explanation of why I'm having a hard time with life. Because I can tell you, when you seclude yourself and isolate yourself into a relationship where that relationship becomes your whole like social life and your whole life, and then suddenly you have like massive life changes, you move alone and like you have no one, is really, really tough. I wasn't ready to talk about it either until I was like better off, you know? And I feel like that's gonna help me as well to kind of put the nail in the coffin. And it was very, very difficult for me to like do my job or like pursue something. But honestly, like doing this and everything like that's happened this year has definitely like, it's saved my life. Like this channel saved my life. It saved me from a horrible relationship. It made me be able to not depend on anyone and be on my own, which is huge for me because... And it's not like I got dumped. Like, it's not like I didn't have the option to act differently or like, you know, be different. But I had to take the risk of like being firm and being like, no, like I need this in my life to be able to go further in life, you know? Yeah, I know from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, you left a relationship. But to me, it's like, it was my whole life since I was 18. 6 years is such a long time. And I was very isolated. It was probably one of like the hardest decisions I've had to make. And I still struggle with it, obviously, but I feel like I'm ready to move on. I can't say like that I'm exactly like happy. It's a process, so I think over time it'll be better, and I'm definitely happier than what I was and better than what I was. So let us know in 6 years how our relationship has been. We will never let you down. We'll see if you guys stick around for 6 years. because apparently I'm unbearable. Grieving is hard, yeah. Especially when you like come out of it and you really like start to realize how things were. Like I don't know, I made a whole image in my head about a person that was not true to reality. The thing that made it like the like harder is that it like exactly that it isolated me from, like, I had no social life. I didn't go outside, like, I'm not joking. For one reason or other. So it's been like weird to adapt to a life where I can be. I've been married for 4 years. It was not the right time for you. Be strong. Yeah, 6 years is a long time. It wasn't good for anyone, for neither of us, but it was just extremely toxic. Like, oh, like I was in a toxic relationship. No, like it was like toxic. There were nights that I would spend like literally outside, like on the street, because I didn't have where to go. I was very dependent, and I felt like I didn't have a choice a lot of the time. So I'm really, 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 really grateful that I was able to have my own life. And actually, like, the moving was not like I moved, because this is the type of relationship where if I was like, you know what, this is not working, like, I'm on the street instantly. So moving wasn't like, I didn't move because of the breakup. I think the breakup happened because of the move, and because most likely, obviously, from being like isolated and kind of like stuck for so long, the type of job that I have now, and also me deciding to move away from that, probably feels very hard to kind of like, it kind of feels like the control has been lost. I think that was one of the reasons. I look at some things that I've wrote in my journals at the start in like 2020 or 2000 and something, and I could already tell from the start, I was like, this is not gonna end well. But actually it ended the best way it could, because if I thought I would, like, it could have ended very, 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 very badly, because of the dynamic. And it's really hard for me not to like talk and bash, because because I am hurt. But I know everybody has like their side too. So I don't feel betrayed, but the way that it ended was very insensitive. And basically, like, just from one day to other, I was told that, you know, like, basically to just fuck off, like, I don't care about you, like, just leave. And I was like, oh, okay. And maybe it was their way, like, or like easier for them to do it that way, but my parents did not like the relationship neither. So that should have been like the biggest red flag. But I also kept a lot of it to myself, because when you're like in a really bad relationship and you're like, I didn't want to talk about like any issues anymore, because I would always go back anyway. So it's been very, very hard to, thank you for the hydrate, to adapt to like a new life and not like want to stop recording and posting. Because imagine, like, even the days that I got dumped, basically, I was still streaming and I was still recording. So I don't even know how I did it, honestly. Leaving like a 6-year relationship is literally, it feels like somebody died. Like I said, like, I felt like the relationship was left in a very insensitive note. Like, it was very, very kind of out of touch and insensitive, and that like made me question like a lot of it. I've been able to to work through it. I feel like I've been very, very close to having a burnout. And it's been quite hard, but streaming has been really helpful because I get to like talk with you guys and, you know, get my mind off things. And it's been hard to learn to be alone and not have like that person who you used to like tell everything to and talk to. But especially at the end of it, I started to realize like it wasn't as good as I made it out to be in my head anyways. Like anything that I would share would be just like, okay. You know, I know there's these small things, but you know, like birthdays weren't celebrated, like any of my achievements weren't really celebrated. I feel like I was very judged. Like they didn't like my job obviously at all. They didn't like the fact that, well, it's not that they didn't like the fact, and I feel like probably they like in a way they're happy for me, but when there's a toxic environment, it's really hard to be supportive of something like what I'm doing now. You know, like it was not good at all. And I felt like I would not be able to live without this person, which is crazy because like I'm so much better off without them. And I was like kind of keeping it personal because I was like still thinking that I would maybe go back. I feel like I need to hold myself accountable as well. And I feel like sharing it with you guys is gonna help me not go back. That's also why it's been really hard for me to keep up with like the 100 channels and the 100 videos, because I've been very, very tired and kind of going through it. When I saw people like, you know, like going through it after a breakup, like it was, you don't get it until you go through it. I wanted to get out of it for a long time, even though like I appreciate the person and obviously like they were someone who was really, really important to me. And I thought that, you know, it would be forever, but like for the longest time I already knew like it has to end at some point because it was just not healthy at all. And I feel like a lot of the issues that I have now, like with anxiety and all of that well, I know that a lot of issues that I have now with anxiety and stuff come from that. So I feel like I'm going to just be way better off without constant fighting and, you know, having to be. You will be way better off. Give yourself time, and it will get better. And remember, it's very rare for anyone to find the love of their life at 18 years old. Doesn't hardly ever happen. No, yeah, it definitely was. I think I was very vulnerable when I started the relationship, and just it was very kind of childish of me. And then I got really stuck. I'm really looking forward to like being able to find myself, because I kind of adapted myself and my being a lot to this person. It was like very high stress, very like not even up and down, like most times it was just bad. So I've hoped that they also will be happy. And you know, I know that I'm gonna work on myself. I feel like they probably feel like it was more like of my fault than theirs, because I should have acted different or been different. But honestly, it's like when you're in a relationship for so long, like you don't need to change for a person. You shouldn't need to change for a person, and I shouldn't need to act a certain way just to adapt to someone's needs or someone's insecurities or someone's, you know, toxicity. So I had literally two choices. Like either I act a certain way, I like don't have a social life, I stop doing YouTube, I stop working for myself, and and I seclude my life and, you know, don't travel, don't do anything to not upset the other person, or to like take the risk and just like keep doing me, even though I knew that I will get dumped, which eventually happened. But I had to like put myself first, even though it was so hard. But thankfully, like, I think everything happens for a reason, and like this, what I'm doing now gave me the chance to get out, because I felt like I didn't even have a chance to get out of it. So no social life, no friends is a red flag. Yeah, it was the type of thing where, you know, anyone who would be close to me would be just bad. Like, they didn't like anyone. Eventually, obviously, like, you know, when you're like 6 years with someone and it's a very toxic, like, I think I also was very toxic, obviously, because it's kind of, you just like adapt to that type of dynamic, and you learn to figure out, like, for example, fights in a certain way, which is not like the best way. But I feel like overall, I hope I have a good head on my shoulders, and like with therapy and everything, I can eventually be able to have a healthy relationship and learn to like keep boundaries and like not let myself into that situation again. Now looking back, I think that is absolutely crazy that I was there for so long. I know, like, for this person probably was as well, because, you know, everybody goes through it in their own way. But yeah, exactly, you kind of learn their behaviors and you start to behave in the same way as well. So now looking back, I'm like, oh my god, that was crazy. Like, how did it, how I didn't, yeah. I'm very glad that I've shared it now. I know, like, for you guys it's probably like, you're young, like, it feels like the end of the world now, but it's not the end of the world. But like, it's been really, 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 really hard for me, and try to, like, you know, record every single day and be happy and like be entertaining when I was feeling like very alone. And in a way, like, many times I wanted to share it to, like, I don't know, but I just felt like it wasn't the right time to share it. You hit it well, thank you. I tried. I think sharing it kind of like makes it just like real, like it's over. So, and it's been a while. I mean, it's not been long, but it's been like, my brain still probably, like, my body still feels like you need that person. It's like a drug, literally. Yeah, I was very codependent, very much just stuck. It was very draining. You had to be walking on eggshells the whole time, just anxious. I feel like the first time, because I got dumped twice, it was more of like, oh, you're gonna do whatever you want, so bye. Like, expecting that I would go back, because I usually would go and crawl back like a little baby and cry and be like, oh, don't leave me. And this time I didn't, because I already knew, like, nah, now I need to be an adult. Like, I need to be stronger. So I didn't go back, and then they came back. And when they came back, it was already been some time that I had been alone. And when they came back, I've really, really started to notice, like, everything that was wrong with the relationship and with the dynamic. And I didn't take it, like, I wasn't the same anymore. And I think they noticed that. So it was easier probably to just leave than to, like, accept that I'm not gonna be the same way. I haven't really, like, talked about this to anyone, honestly. I feel like even probably my family is like not very like I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. And this is kind of unexpected of me to like suddenly just come on stream and be like, oh, by the way. But I just felt like now, like just now in this moment, I felt strong enough to share it. And I feel like I had to, because I feel like I need to. I really need to hold myself accountable and like get through it. Need to share with your family as well? Yeah, I do need to share with my family as well. No, but they've known, kind of, because you know it's like it doesn't go unnoticed. But I haven't really like. I feel like I'm the type of person, you know, like if I'm going through a really really rough time, I don't share it with anyone. So, but yeah, I'm just really emotional. That's also why I cry a lot recently, because I just feel like it's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot to move. It's been a lot of like adapting. It's a new thing that I'm doing. I'm not used to, you know, doing YouTube, or you know, I'm a huge empath, so I really want to give you guys the best, and I know that everybody's going through their own things, and I really want to this to be like a place where everybody can feel so welcomed. And yeah. The hardest part of it is exactly that I was so isolated that this person became like my only friend, my only family, like my only everything. And like getting out of it, it feels really really isolating and very very lonely, because you feel like, oh, nobody's gonna like understand me the way this person understood me, even though they did not understand me at all. Like, you feel like, oh, no one's going to want to be with me for as long as they were, even though it was horrible. I feel like now, like, I'm starting to go outside, and you know, like I'm getting new friends, and you know, like there's new friend people, and it's very refreshing, and it's made me also see like, oh, there's like a world outside, because you know, I know like on my Instagram it looks like I was outside all the time, but I barely left the house ever. Um, People who, for example, bully online have their own things that they've gone through and how they've learned to act a certain way. And I would hope that they also know like what's right and what's wrong. And like I said, I feel like in that type of dynamic, it's really hard not to be like unhealthy. um but I'm just talking from my like point of view, I guess. But obviously, like me personally, am I angry? Yes. Am I hurt? Yes. Do I think it was their fault? Yes. Do I feel all the bad things? Yes. I do personally, but like, you know, it doesn't help to be like, oh, they did this and they did that, because you know, I know they probably feel the same way. So I make jokes to cope. We all do it differently. I feel like work has helped me a lot, but recently I felt like a lot of pressure. So I'm really glad that I could share this with you guys, because I feel like you guys will be also like more understanding if, you know, I sleep in sometimes, or sometimes I just don't feel like maybe recording, and it takes me a while to, you know, um do my stuff. But I'm getting to a better place, so I feel like it would be wrongful of me to share like how I feel or my experience of it, because it will be extremely biased. But I just wanted to share that I'm going through it. We were drawn in because you're real. Turns out you still are, and we're here for you. This is something that I was like kind of scared to share as well, because I'm like, you know, like, oh, what if you guys feel like I've been lying to you? When in pure honesty, I never responded questions like, do you have a boyfriend or anything like that, because I did at the time. And instead of saying like yes or no, I just kept it private. And just like afterwards, like I'm probably made it clearer that like I'm single. I probably said something in one stream, for example, like, ugh, like I don't even want to think about a relationship, but this is exactly why. Even though it hurt a lot that that person would like just be like bye, and like, you know, like no contact, no like real explanation. But I think it was the best, honestly, option out of all the options that could have happened. I think most important is that, you know, it was a safe way to get out, even though I would hope, or I wish, because I'm delusional, that, you know, like you could be friends with that person, but no, it's just not, it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna form any type of part in my life. And the less now that I'm starting to kind of realize and look back and see how like I personally feel that I was treated. So it's kind of crazy that it's finally over. Ew. It's my first time living. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was crazy. Oh, I literally showered myself with iced tea. I started don't clip that. I filled my mouth with iced tea and then I was breathing it and then I couldn't breathe. So that is crazy. Oh my god, this is gonna get so deleted. Like this live, you guys are getting lucky because nobody will freaking see this live ever. My future husband is gonna see that. We have to delete that from the face of the internet. This is the last time you'll see me. Thank you for tuning in for this past half year. It was very nice to know you all. I will log out, never to be seen again, because oh my god. Oh my god, that was crazy. I can't believe that happened to me. At least that like freaking woke me up. Like that got me out of it. Like I was like, oh, life. And then I almost died. Oh my god. Choking to death makes you realize life ain't so bad. Honestly, yeah, it could be worse.